welcome to the first episode of Snugbugs Gaming. Yay! Yeah, anyway, so I decided I wanted to do Catz for my first game. Catz on the Game Boy Advance. I don't know if this is really a good idea or not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see. Catz. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that weird little graphical glitch there, but it'll be okay. New game. Yeah, that was mostly an experiment to make sure everything was saving okay and such. So, it'll be fine. Welcome to Catz. Ready to begin? First I'll need to know if you're a boy or a girl. Then tell me your name too. This doesn't really affect much besides the sleeping graphics as far as I know. I don't even think you're gendered in game. I think they just always refer to you as they. Progressive. Nice to meet you, Bug. Here's wishing you tons of fun as you play your way through Catz. On an afternoon like any other, Bug went out for a leisurely stroll. Bug could be awkward at times, rushing into stuff that usually ended up badly. Bug eventually arrived at the park, feeling a bit blue. No, why do I have to be so clumsy? I stepped on the tail of my friend's cat again today. And this character. Okay, I don't know if it's coming in this episode. It might be the next episode, depending on how many days into the game we get, but there is a rant incoming. More so than I'll go with many other video game characters. This character just inspires rage. So much rage for many different reasons. Horrible. Oofa. You alright, Meg? Hey, you can't go squeezing her like that, you know? Look, I'm not saying that I should be holding cats so hard they're yowling and stuff, but, I'm also questioning why she's just got her cat at the park like this. She's carrying it around without a leash or anything. It's just another thing to add to the pile of I don't even know what. But anyway, you get to hold her cat. You start thinking a lot about cats. And then you go and ask your parents about getting a cat of your own. Well, let's talk about buying a kitten all of a sudden. Bug told them about stepping on the cat's tail and about holding the girl's cat at the park. I see. Still, we've never had a pet, have we? I saw how your eyes were sparkling just then, Bug. They say that pets enrich the heart. I'm for it. And it might help Bug get over that awkwardness, too. Hey, you guys, stop teasing me. Wait, so can I have a kitten? Let's all go to the pet shop tomorrow. So Bug got Mom and Dad's permission and went to bed all excited. The next morning, wow, look at all the equipment and food they sell. Let's see. From here you get to choose a couple different kinds of kittens. Some of them are locked. The more you play the game, each different go round in it, you'll have If you take good care of your kitten, it'll bring you a present, and that'll unlock more different kinds of cats you can choose in the next round. I think there's 6 presents total and a bunch of different kinds of cats to unlock, but I don't think it really affects anything outside of the graphics. Let's see, I'm gonna go with this one probably. It kind of looks like a cat I used to have named Gizmo. Kind of. I mean, he was a Maine Coon, but he was grayish and had stripes, and this one's grayish and has stripes, so if you squint, it'll be okay. Alright, your name is going to be Gizmo. Nice to meet you. So every day you'll get an allowance of 300 coins, and you can spend that at the shop we were just at to buy different kinds of food and toys and grooming items and snacks and whatnot. Here's the gifts I was talking about earlier. We don't have any right now. This is where you can check your stats, cat's status. You can check the different levels over here, the hunger and the habitat and the coins you got. You've got food and water and snacks. Cheese bar. Now when you do different actions with your cat, it will raise and lower its different attributes. You're trying to get those as high as you can before the end of the game. I think each different go-round, besides unlocking more different cat types, you also, it will also give you longer and longer before it forces the end of the game. Other than like food and snacks, with the different bond moves and carrying your cat and different toys and grooming items and stuff, you've got to try them a couple of times before it'll actually let you do it, because your cat isn't used to it yet. Let's see. Once you've done the bonding move enough times, you'll unlock more, and each one of them raises different attributes, so it's good to try and unlock them all. Here we got door, shop, sleep, and nap. Try brushing. Brushing always makes me a little bit nervous once in a while. This one likes to lock up the game. Doesn't like being groomed. And most of the time it works. See, and now he's more used to it. The more times you use different items and stuff, the more it'll start to raise the attributes when you use them. Once in a while you trigger a little cutscene here. At first your cat's not gonna go much farther than the little balcony area here. Oh dear. Gizmo's on the veranda alone, feeling angry. It's quite a fearsome sight. That'll usually raise everything except looks, because he's been outside and he's dirty now. I think food is the only thing that really doesn't start to raise stuff more the more you use it. Instead, you get the biggest boost from that by waiting until your cat's hunger bar is at least 3 meters down. Or 3 clicks down the meter. And then you get a little pop up there of how much you enjoyed the food. Water's an option too, but I don't think you technically ever have to use it. It raises looks by a bit, but don't think it's really actually used. The shop seems to be open at all hours. No matter how early or late it is, it's always an option there. And as you can see up in the top left corner, whenever you take actions, time is going to pass. You want to keep an eye on the time. You don't want to go to bed too late. If you go to bed too late, then you wake up later the next day. And then you've got less time with your cat in the morning before you go to school. Honestly, it only cuts it by like 30 minutes, I think. Waking up at 6:30 instead of 6, and really you've only got time to feed your cat and do one other short thing in the morning anyway if you don't want to be late to school. So it doesn't make that much of a difference, but if you're late to school, you end up with punishment there, and then you're late by like an hour getting home, so that's more troublesome, but I think this is the only part that really changes depending on if you choose boy or girl. You get this graphic for the girl, or a shorter spiky haired one for the boy. Save the game. Day 2. No, must have overslept. I'm so sorry, Gizmo. See 300 coins. Your mom will close the door to the outside every once in a while, but it doesn't really matter because you can just open it again or leave it closed if you don't want your cat going outside, but there we go. Punch. Looks. Then we're off to school. Bug had arrived at school. As for Gizmo, looks like Gizmo is taking a nap in bed. Good morning. What's up? You sure look like you're in a good mood, Bug. Morning, Komugi. I'm sorry about yesterday. I didn't mean to step on your cat's tail. Don't sweat it. You didn't hurt him or anything. It's alright. Why the big grin? Did something good happen? Well, yesterday I got this cat. Wow, really? It's great. Hey, can I come over and see it? Of course you can, anytime. To continue to chat excitedly about kittens. School's out. Time to hurry home and play with Gizmo. Now, she says everything's alright, but over the couple of weeks this game takes place, I don't think you ever get invited back to her house again, so... Might have enough coins now. Food items. Instant pack. This is one of the best foods because it raises all the attributes evenly, pretty evenly. Some of the others will raise different attributes more, but they also end up lowering others, so it's a bit of a trade-off there. Carrying, you have to do a bunch before you can really pick your cat up, but the places you can move around are so limited, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Once in a while, it'll hop up on the table, and you might want to grab it before it knocks that vase off, and you've got to clean it up and waste time doing that, but other than that, that's about it. looking around. At least he's not angry this time. Oh, that's cute. Kinda wish there were some more cat animations, but what we got is pretty cute. Punch. But I'll look lowering this time, maybe because he was in a better mood. Try and keep an eye on when the hunger drops enough to make it worth feeding. It's probably gonna be... yeah, the grooming actions take a while. It's usually sometime after 6 that it's dropped enough if you feed it right after you get home from school. There we go. I spent way too much time playing this back on the original Game Boy Advance. Or it might have been an SP. I can't remember the exact time I was playing this, but I spent entirely too much time playing this. This music sounds wretched now, and the sound effects just horrible. Just imagine this coming through an original Game Boy Advance speakers. It's no good. It's really nostalgic though. And I guess that's a lot of why I chose this to start with. I'm not entirely sure how fun to watch or play this is, but I end up coming back to it anyway, once in a while. Despite the amount of justified rage that some of the characters instill. Let's see. Use bonding move some more. Feels a little bit weird because I think the pat head one unlocks stroke ears when it seems like it should be the stroke throat that unlocks stroke ears just because of the name, but it's not really important. Sleep. Good night, Gizmo. Let's play again tomorrow. Yeah, sometimes your cat will go and hang out with the other cats down at the vacant lot. Sometimes it'll get into fights. Save game. Yes. Overslept. That's okay. There's also an option here for like cleaning the litter box, but I don't really think the cat uses it all that much. You can tell if things are getting dirty by the little status menu. That's what the habitat is for, so if it like knocks over a vase or the litter box is dirty, that'll start to lower, but it doesn't happen a whole lot. Bug arrived at school. As for Gizmo, it might be related to the different attribute levels. I'm not entirely sure, but eventually it'll start jumping down and walking on the fence and meeting up with other cats and beating up other cats and going off to the market and fishmonger to get a little treat by itself. Nothing out of the ordinary happened today. That's good. I like things nice and safe and boring. school's out. Time to hurry home and play with Gizmo. Okay, not quite low enough yet. Stroke throat. That's cute. Friendship and looks. Level up. Friendship has increased. It's now at level 2. Yeah, the higher you manage to get these levels by the end of the game, you'll end up getting different endings and stuff. I feel like I don't know what I'd call it, neutral ending. It's not a bad ending, not a great ending. Maybe the lowest level of the good ending. I don't know. Feels like it's a little bit harsh on your cat. Basically calls it a lazy bones with no outstanding attributes. But like, it's a cat. You're kind of expecting too much out of an average cat here. But it at least lets you know that it grows up healthy and stuff with no big problems or anything, so it's good at least. Angry and alone. Mood punch. Looks. Brush, 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 brush. Brushing everywhere. And the grooming things are ones you don't really want to do prior to school starting because they end up taking so long you end up late. Feeding and carrying are some of the shorterish ones if you're just trying to push up time until it's time to go. But then you got your weekend days where you don't have to go to school, so those are really good days for just raising your cat's attributes all day. I don't think it actually tells you. Well, wait, yes it does. There we go. Wednesday day. Never mind. First time around, I think you've got like 2-ish weeks total to raise your cat's attributes as much as possible. That's probably where you're gonna get that neutral good ending. And then in subsequent playthroughs, I think you've got more time after that. I don't know if that's also tied to the gifts or not, or if it raises those regardless. Time for sleep. Hanging out with the other cats again. I think this is getting close to a good stopping point for the day. For the video. See 300 coins. Yeah. And yeah, see you next time.